Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered what heaven really looks like? Many people imagine heaven as a place filled with soft, fluffy clouds and human souls running around. Or maybe it's where our departed loved ones watch over us. But what if I told you that according to the Bible, these ideas are completely wrong? In fact, heaven doesn't look like what you think. Today we're going to explore what John says about the heaven you'll live in for eternity. But before we get started, if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to our channel, and we promise to keep bringing you engaging and enlightening videos. Let's dive right in. Common conceptions of heaven. Many people often imagine heaven as a place filled with white, fluffy clouds, where human souls are free to roam. Some envision it as a serene realm, where our departed loved ones watch over us from above, offering comfort and guidance. These comforting images, though widespread, are not entirely accurate according to biblical descriptions. In popular culture and various religious traditions, heaven is often depicted as a tranquil paradise where the souls of the righteous enjoy eternal peace and happiness. These depictions might include golden gates, harp-playing angels, and an overwhelming sense of serenity. It's a place where earthly pain and suffering cease to exist, and everyone lives in perfect harmony. This idealized vision of heaven has been shaped by art, literature, and centuries of storytelling, creating a comforting but somewhat simplified understanding of the afterlife. However, the Bible provides a much more complex and awe-inspiring picture of heaven. According to Scripture, heaven is a place of unimaginable wonder and divine presence, far beyond human comprehension. It is described as the ultimate dwelling place of God, where His glory is fully revealed. Unlike the common conception of a static, peaceful existence, the biblical heaven is dynamic and full of divine activity. In the book of Revelation, John describes a new heaven and a new earth, a place where God's presence is so overwhelming that there is no need for the sun or moon, as God's glory illuminates everything. The heavenly city, New Jerusalem, is depicted with brilliant imagery, streets of pure gold, walls made of precious stones, and gates of pearl. This vision is far more majestic and grand than the simplistic images of clouds and harps. Moreover, the Bible emphasizes the idea of heaven as a place of ultimate fulfillment and joy, where believers will experience a deep and intimate relationship with God. It is a place where there is no more death, mourning, crying, or pain. The old order of things has passed away, and everything is made new. This promise of renewal and eternal communion with God presents a profoundly hopeful vision of the future. The biblical heaven is also portrayed as a place of justice and righteousness. It is where God's will is perfectly fulfilled, and His kingdom reigns supreme. The separation between good and evil is absolute, and only those who are righteous and have faith in Jesus Christ are granted entry into this eternal paradise. In conclusion, while popular conceptions of heaven offer a comforting and accessible view of the afterlife, the biblical portrayal of heaven is far more complex and glorious. It is a place of divine splendor, ultimate joy, and eternal communion with God, promising a future that surpasses all human understanding and imagination. This deeper, more nuanced understanding of heaven invites believers to look forward to an eternal life that is rich with divine presence and infinite possibilities. Heaven in Jesus' words. In the Gospel of John, chapter 14, Jesus provides a profound insight into the nature of heaven. He says, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." These words of Jesus offer a glimpse into the vastness and inclusivity of heaven. They suggest that heaven is not just a singular, monolithic place, but rather a magnificent, expansive realm with many dwelling places, sufficient to accommodate every believer. The term mansions evokes images of grandeur and comfort, signifying that each believer will have a unique and prepared place in heaven. This notion of personalized spaces emphasizes the intimate and caring nature of God's provision for His followers. It highlights the idea that heaven is a place of belonging and individual significance, where each person's needs and identity are acknowledged and honored. Jesus' promise to prepare a place for his followers reassures them of their secure and eternal future. It underscores the proactive and personal role that Jesus plays in ensuring that believers have a place in heaven. This preparation is not a mere afterthought, but a deliberate and loving act, reflecting the depth of God's love and commitment to his people. Moreover, Jesus speaks of a new heaven that will appear, distinct from the current heaven we are under. This concept introduces a dynamic aspect to the biblical understanding of heaven. It implies a transformative process, where the present order will give way to a new, perfected creation. In the book of Revelation, John elaborates on this idea, describing a new heaven and a new earth, where the old has passed away and everything has been made new. This new heaven is characterized by the full and direct presence of God among his people. Revelation 21:3 says, "And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God.'" This passage underscores the intimate and communal nature of the new heaven, where God will live with his people in a direct and personal way. The new heaven also promises a complete renewal and restoration of creation. Revelation 21:4 states, "He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." This vision of heaven is one of ultimate healing and wholeness, where all forms of suffering and sorrow are eradicated. It offers a hope that transcends the limitations and trials of earthly existence, pointing to a future of unending joy and peace. Additionally, the new heaven is depicted as a place of immense beauty and splendor. John describes the heavenly city, New Jerusalem, as having walls of jasper and streets of pure gold, clear as glass. The city is illuminated by the glory of God, rendering any other source of light unnecessary. This imagery conveys the unparalleled majesty and brilliance of heaven, far surpassing any earthly splendor. Jesus' teachings about heaven thus provide a rich and multifaceted picture of the eternal dwelling place of believers. It is a place of abundant provision, prepared with care and love by Jesus himself. It is a realm of transformation, where the current order is replaced by a new creation. It is a space of intimate communion with God, marked by the absence of suffering and the presence of unending joy. And it is a vision of breathtaking beauty and glory, reflecting the divine nature of the Creator. In summary, Jesus' words in John 14 offer profound insights into the nature of heaven, emphasizing its vastness, personal significance, and the promise of a new, glorious creation. This understanding invites believers to look forward to an eterna, descriptions of heaven by Enoch and John. Let's dive into the fascinating visions of heaven as seen by Enoch and John, two prominent figures in biblical literature. According to the book of Enoch, Enoch was granted a glimpse into multiple heavens, each with distinct purposes. He saw realms separating believers from sinners, the fallen angels from the holy ones. Many scholars think that the heavens Enoch described might align with the current concept of heaven that many people hold today. It's a layered structure, where different beings occupy different levels based on their moral and spiritual standings. However, John's vision in the book of Revelation paints a different and even more extraordinary picture of heaven. His revelations, particularly in chapters 21 and 22, unveil the wonders of a new heaven that God has promised us after Judgment Day. John describes seeing a new earth without seas and a new sky because the current ones had passed away, making way for this divine renewal. In his vision, John saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, descending from heaven, adorned beautifully like a bride on her wedding day. This city wasn't just an ordinary place. It was radiant and splendid, a manifestation of divine beauty and glory. John heard a powerful voice from the throne declaring, "Look, God's home is now among his people. He will live with them, and they will be his people. God himself will be with them." This declaration signifies an intimate and eternal relationship between God and humanity. In this new heaven, God dwells directly among his people, erasing the barriers that once separated the divine from the human. It's a place where God's presence brings unparalleled peace and joy, fulfilling his promise of a perfect, everlasting home for the faithful. The vivid descriptions provided by Enoch and John offer us a tantalizing glimpse into the grandeur and holiness of the afterlife. While Enoch's multiple heavens introduce us to the structured, ordered realms, John's new heaven reveals the ultimate culmination of God's plan, a divine, unified space where he resides with his people in eternal harmony. This vision encourages us to look beyond our earthly struggles and set our hopes on the glorious future that awaits in the new heaven and new earth. Illustrative Story. To paint a vivid picture of heaven, let me share with you the story of Mr. Nguyen Van a man whose unwavering faith in God guided his every step. Mr. A led a life steeped in kindness, always extending a helping hand to those in need and living by the moral values laid out in the Bible. He was certain that after his earthly journey ended, he would find himself in the beautiful heaven described in the scriptures. One night, Mr. A had a dream that felt more real than anything he had ever experienced. In this dream, he found himself at the gates of a magnificent city. This was no ordinary city. It glittered like gold under the light of an unseen sun. High walls surrounded the city, and the gates were crafted from enormous pearls, their luster unmatched by any earthly gem. As Mr. A stepped through these gates, he noticed something extraordinary. The city was not illuminated by sunlight or moonlight, yet it radiated with a divine glow. The light of God himself suffused every corner, casting a serene and otherworldly brilliance over everything. In this light, Mr. A felt a peace and happiness that was entirely new to him, deeper and more profound than anything he had known on earth. Walking through the golden streets, Mr. A encountered loved ones who had passed away before him. There they were, vibrant and joyous, free from pain and sorrow. They greeted him with open arms, and together they celebrated their reunion in this heavenly place. The joy of being with his loved ones again was overwhelming, but it was the shared act of worshiping God that truly filled his heart with bliss. In the heart of the city, under the radiant light of God, they sang praises and gave thanks, their voices blending into a harmonious chorus of eternal gratitude. This dream left an indelible mark on Mr. A. It reinforced his faith and his hope for the future, giving him a glimpse of the divine promise that awaited him. It was not just the beauty of the city or the joy of reunion that struck him, but the profound peace and the intimate presence of God that made this vision of heaven so compelling. Mr. A's dream offers a powerful reminder of the biblical promise of heaven, a place of unmatched beauty, eternal peace, and joyous communion with God and loved ones. It's a vision that inspires and comforts, encouraging believers to live their lives with kindness, faith, and the hope of an everlasting paradise. Life and activities in heaven. The Bible paints a picture of heaven as a place free from suffering, tears, and death. In this divine realm, everyone will live forever in peace and joy, experiencing a state of eternal bliss. Unlike earthly existence, there will be no marriage in heaven. Instead, people will live like angels, united as one big family. This celestial community will be characterized by continuous growth and discovery, where believers will engage in meaningful work, learning, and worship, all in indestructible bodies. To bring this idea to life, let me share the story of Mr. B, a renowned scientist whose passion for research and innovation knew no bounds. Mr. B dedicated his earthly life to developing new technologies aimed at improving human existence. His work was groundbreaking, and he always sought to push the boundaries of knowledge and discovery. When Mr. B passed away, he found himself in heaven, a place even more wondrous than he could have ever imagined. There, he discovered that his journey of discovery and learning was far from over. Heaven provided him with access to an infinite source of knowledge, a vast reservoir of wisdom and information that surpassed anything he had encountered on earth. In this heavenly realm, Mr. B had the incredible opportunity to collaborate with the greatest minds in history. He worked alongside legendary scientists, philosophers, and thinkers, engaging in profound discussions and pioneering new ideas. Together, they explored the mysteries of the universe, uncovering truths that had eluded humanity for millennia. Mr. B's work in heaven was not confined to academic pursuits. The knowledge and discoveries made in heaven had a profound impact on the celestial community, enhancing the lives of all its inhabitants. Moreover, these heavenly breakthroughs resonated back to Earth, inspiring and guiding scientists, researchers, and innovators who continued Mr. B's legacy. His contributions in heaven brought forth new discoveries that advanced human understanding and technology, bridging the gap between the celestial and terrestrial realms. Life in heaven, as described by the Bible, is thus a vibrant and dynamic existence. It is a place where believers will experience unending joy and peace, free from the limitations and sufferings of earthly life. The heavenly community thrives on unity, continuous growth, and the pursuit of knowledge, with every individual contributing to the collective well-being. This vision of heaven as a place of eternal learning and discovery offers profound hope and inspiration. It reassures believers that their journey does not end with earthly life, but continues in a realm where their passions and pursuits are not only sustained but elevated to new heights. In heaven, every soul finds its place, every talent is nurtured, and every discovery adds to the infinite tapestry of divine wisdom and love. Through stories like that of Mr. B, we can glimpse the extraordinary possibilities that await in heaven. It is a realm where the human spirit can flourish, where the thirst for knowledge is eternally quenched, and where the love and light of God illuminate every corner, creating a perfect harmony of existence. Lessons learned. As we delve into the stories and vivid descriptions from the Bible, it's clear that heaven is a place of unimaginable beauty and wonder. It's not merely a realm of peace and happiness, but also one of continuous growth, discovery, and divine presence. The Bible paints heaven as a dynamic and vibrant destination where the faithful will experience eternal joy and fulfillment. To truly grasp the essence of heaven, let's reflect on the essential lessons these biblical narratives offer. Heaven is depicted as a realm where the soul finds ultimate peace, but it's also a place where learning and personal growth never cease. Imagine an eternity where every moment is an opportunity for discovery, where the mysteries of the universe unfold before your eyes, and where you can delve deeper into the infinite wisdom of God. To gain entry into this heavenly paradise, the Bible emphasizes the importance of living a life imbued with kindness, moral integrity, and unwavering faith in God. It's not about grand gestures or monumental achievements, but the simple, everyday acts of love and compassion that define a righteous life. Being kind, helping others, and adhering to moral values are the keys to preparing our hearts for the eternal life promised in heaven. Consider this. Life on earth is just a fleeting chapter in our spiritual journey. It's a period of growth, learning, and preparation. The real journey begins in the hereafter, where our actions and beliefs on earth determine our place in the divine realm. Thus, it is crucial to live each day with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit overflowing with love. Think of each day as an opportunity to build a spiritual foundation. Express gratitude for the blessings you receive, no matter how small. Show love and compassion to those around you, and hold steadfast to your faith, even in the face of challenges. By doing so, you are not only enriching your earthly life, but also preparing yourself for the boundless joys of heaven. Moreover, the promise of heaven should inspire us to look beyond the material and transient aspects of life. The true wealth lies in spiritual fulfillment, in the relationships we build, and in the love we share. Heaven, as depicted in the Bible, reminds us that our ultimate goal is not earthly success or possessions, but a soul at peace and a heart aligned with God's will. In essence, the lessons learned from the biblical descriptions of heaven encourage us to lead a life that mirrors the divine values of love, kindness, and faith. Every act of kindness, every moment of gratitude, and every expression of love brings us closer to the heavenly paradise that awaits. So, let these lessons guide you. Let them inspire you to live a life worthy of the eternal joy and peace that heaven promises. As we navigate through life's journey, let's keep our eyes fixed on the eternal prize. Let the hope of heaven fill our hearts with joy, and let it reflect in our actions every day. By living a life full of gratitude, love, and faith, we not only honor God, but also prepare ourselves for the ultimate reward, a place in the wondrous and eternal heaven described in the Bible. Today, we explored the heaven that God has prepared for us as described by John in the book of Revelation. Hopefully, you learned something new about our eternal heaven and gained more motivation to live a meaningful life. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video so we can continue bringing you high-quality content about the stories from the Bible and other holy books. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos. Please check the description box below for supporting documents and related Bible verses. We strive to provide you with the most detailed and useful information to further study heaven and other spiritual topics. This video is made in accordance with YouTube's fair use policies, aiming to educate and share information. We have supplemented personal opinions and illustrative stories to ensure compliance with the law and provide you with richer and more engaging content. We truly appreciate every subscription and share. We are currently on the journey to reach 50,000 subscribers. Please continue to support us and join us in exploring the secrets from all the books of God, including the Ethiopian Bible and the Apocrypha.